Hi, I'm Sadrina and I'm an audiologist at Hearing Partners. Today I'm here to answer some of your questions. Is hearing loss reversible? Well, it depends on the cause or severity of your hearing loss. Some hearing loss can be reversible, but some aren't. So temporary hearing loss can be caused by things like ear infections or blockages of the ear canal, or even a very short exposure to a very loud sound, like when you are going to a concert. So usually for these types of hearing loss, once you resolve the underlying cause, your hearing should be able to return back to normal. But if your hearing loss is caused by damage to the inner ear or the auditory nerve, then this type is usually permanent and cannot be cured. But although permanent hearing loss cannot be cured, they usually can be managed by using things like hearing aids or other assistive devices such as cochlear implants that will help you hear better so that you can continue to live very active and engaged lives. Are hearing tests painful? No, hearing tests are not painful. They're actually very quick and simple. The most common hearing test is this thing called pure tone audiometry. So during this test, the person being tested will wear a set of headphones or insert earphones, and every time they hear a sound, they just have to raise their hand or click a button. So here at Hearing Partners, we do offer free hearing tests. They're very quick and simple. They should take no more than 30 minutes of your time, and your results will be ready for you to view immediately after the test. Hearing tests are a very important part of maintaining your hearing health, and therefore they should be done regularly. I suspect that my mother has hearing loss. I feel frustrated when talking to her because I have to keep repeating myself, but I just can't seem to convince her to get a hearing aid or even go for a hearing test. What should I do? It can be quite frustrating to have a loved one who has hearing loss. So here are some things that you can consider to push them to get their hearing checked. The first thing that you can do is you can tell them how you feel. You can tell your mom that it's being very difficult to talk to her because you have to keep repeating yourself. So this way she'll start to realize that the hearing loss is not just affecting her, but it's also affecting the people around her. Secondly, you can also try to find out what her concerns are. Third, you can share some information with her. There are lots of videos and articles online that talks about the impact of untreated hearing loss. And you can also share some success stories of people who have benefited from the use of hearing aids. Lastly, you can encourage her to go for a hearing test. Try to find a hearing center near you and even volunteer to accompany her to the hearing test if that makes her more comfortable. What should I consider before getting my first pair of hearing aids? The first thing that you need to do is you need to talk to an audiologist because they will be able to assess your hearing, find out the type and level of your hearing loss, and recommend a hearing aid that is suitable for you. Of course, you can also consider the different types of hearing aids that you may want. There's something that's behind the ear, and there's also something that's very small that sits inside the ear. Of course, the different hearing aids come with different features and different benefits. So for example, if you have very poor dexterity, then you may want something that's bigger, so it's easier for you to handle and manage. Whereas if you want something that's more discreet and almost invisible, then you can consider the very small in-the-ear hearing aids. Of course, you must also keep budget in mind since hearing aids do come in a range of prices. And the last thing that you need to do is you need to mentally prepare yourself because adjusting to the new sounds of the hearing aids can take some time to get used to. So just be patient with yourself and listen to the advice of your audiologist so that the transition will be as smooth as possible. Will my hearing improve after wearing hearing aids? Hearing aids amplify sounds. They make things easier to hear. So when you put the hearing aids on, you may realize that you can listen and you can understand speech better. But hearing aids are not going to improve or restore your hearing. Imagine wearing glasses. You put on glasses, everything becomes clear. The moment you take off the glasses, your vision returns back to its baseline. It's the same thing with hearing aids. Although hearing aids do not improve your hearing, untreated hearing loss for long periods of time may be harmful and detrimental to your brain. And this is because hearing loss causes things like social isolation, cognitive decline, and an overall reduced quality of life. And that's why it's important to get your hearing checked and manage your hearing loss as soon as possible.